last weekend, everybody's been talking about just one thing, the Samsung Galaxy S4 launch. We thought we'll just quickly give you some key pointers about that phone. Let's start with the looks. The S4 looks very similar to the S3, or you can say it looks a bit like the Note 2, or for that matter the Grand. But let's face it, all Samsung phones these days look the same, don't they? The S4 has a 5-inch Full HD screen as opposed to the 4.7-inch on the S3, but the space is well optimized. And Full HD is the order of the day these days for all high-end phones, so Samsung obviously has gone with the 1080p screen. The screen is covered with Gorilla Glass 3, which means this is one of the most, perhaps the most scratch-resistant screen that you get on a smartphone. Also, it's a super sensitive screen, which means that you can use this phone despite being a capacitive screen using your gloves. The phone supports a feature called Smart Scrolling, which essentially tracks your head position, and if you move it slightly, the screen scrolls on its own without you having to manually do anything about it. Now it sounds like a very cool feature, but I'll reserve my judgment till I actually get the phone in hand and test it out. Now let's come to the main feature that everybody is talking about. Yes, the octa-core processor. As if 2 cores and 4 cores were not enough, now Samsung has gone in with 8 cores. Now the way Samsung have implemented the octa-core is a little different from the way it's traditionally done. They have 2 sets of quad-core processors. One to be used in day-to-day operations and supposed to consume less battery, while the other set is used in gaming, which generally requires higher power. Now these 2 sets are also clocked at 2 different speeds. I don't want to get into technicalities, but it sounds like a very interesting implementation, but at the same time, all 8 cores won't be used at the same time. Can we call it octa-core? We'll wait and find out. On the camera front, the 8 megapixel camera in the S3 has been upgraded to a 13 megapixel camera in the S4. Expect better picture quality, and more importantly, all the bells and whistles that you had on the S3 have been taken forward to the S4. Also, given the processing power of the S4, expect a few more frames per second in the burst mode. All said and done, the numbers look impressive, but there's nothing extraordinary or revolutionary about the S4, or so it seems. But with the phones getting bigger with the Notes and the Grand, and especially with the phones with 5-inch screens and above, well, single-handed operation gets a lot difficult. And I think even Samsung has realized that, and hence they have dropped the line made for humans. Now how inhuman this phone really is, or how good or revolutionary it is, we'll soon figure out. So just watch out for the review.
For more details, log on to TechTree.com.